Hello everyone, back tuning in today's second video. Have a look at the weather next week to 10 days in detail for Europe. So this is our European Outlook, do it every Thursday, and I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just say that these videos are YouTube exclusives, they're not embedded to gavsweathers.com, so you will need to be subscribed to our channel. Click the bell and you'll be notified by YouTube when we release these videos every Thursday. The March monthly forecast has been released, so have a look at that if you'd like to do that. And we're going to be back later on with your 10 to 14 day update, including all our regular features. So come back for that then. Right, so we're going to begin by having a look at the weather for today. So we've got a ridge of high pressure dominating across the northwest of Europe. There's an area of high pressure to the north of Scotland, between Scotland and Iceland, pulling down a cold northerly wind on the eastern side of the ridge into northern and northeastern parts of Europe with this trough of low pressure. Pressure generally a little bit higher through the Mediterranean, although there is an area of low pressure moving in towards Spain and Portugal. Our rare temperatures show that Northern Europe is again plunged into very cold temperatures, so much as Scandinavia, Baltic Sea areas, went into the far northeast Europe and west of Russia, becoming much colder again, with minus 10 and minus 15 Celsius ice firms plunging southwards once again on those northerly winds. A little bit of colder air getting in towards Ireland and the UK as well, some coming down to the far north of Germany. Also, going further southwards of that though, most parts of the bed are actually looking quite mild today. Precipitation-wise, we've got snow, of course, across Scandinavia. There's a cold front introducing that cold weather that is pushing south into these western parts of Europe. Outbreaks of rain, sleet or snow for Germany, extending over in towards western Poland, for example, a little bit coming down in towards northeastern parts of France. Many east and southeast parts of Europe are dry into the Med. There's a lot of dry weather from Italy over towards Greece and Turkey, but out in the central western bowl of Med, some heavy showers around North Africa, and more general heavy rain coming in towards Portugal and the northwest of Spain. Temperature-wise, a proper north-south split. Most parts of southern Europe are actually quite mild today, well into double digits. Northern Europe much colder, especially so through Scandinavia and into northeastern Europe and northwestern Russia, where it is bitterly cold. That's how the weather looks tomorrow. High pressure will be dominating again across the west of Europe. These northern, northeastern parts of Europe will be very cold, and that colder northerly wind will start to push down the eastern side of Europe as well. Still a trough of low pressure over Spain and Portugal. Upper air temperatures look bitterly cold from Scandinavia through into northern Germany and into northern Poland, and then over in towards the east and northeast of Europe. Bitter cold through there. Somewhat colder through the west of Europe. So into France, for example, into the Low Countries, back into cold air through there. The cold air still sitting across many parts of the British Isles as well, especially in the east. Down into the Mediterranean, it is largely a mild scene, though, especially so across the southwestern parts of the Med. Heavy showers and thunderstorms could be affecting some parts of southern Spain and Portugal. A few showers through the Mediterranean as well. Otherwise, a lot of dry weather until we run into this band of snow, which will be moving southwards and eastwards across the eastern side of Europe and introducing that very cold air from the north. So snow showers across northern parts of Europe, particularly around the Baltic Sea, and again in towards parts of Norway and Sweden too. Out in the west, it does look quite a lot drier for the UK, for Ireland, and for many parts of France. Temperature-wise, bitterly cold again across many northern, northeastern parts of Europe. Cold in the west too. Through the southern part of Europe, it is quite a bit milder through there. Into Saturday, high pressure continues to dominate the weather across many western parts of Europe and will be extending eastwards as well. Another trough of low pressure pushing south into northern Scandinavia brings heavy snow through there probably, and in towards the Baltic Sea as well. Down into the Mediterranean, largely under a ridge of high pressure on Saturday. Upper air temperatures looking very cold across the eastern part of Europe. These cold upper air temperatures are plunging south, for example, getting colder into the Balkans and over in towards the Black Sea as well. The coldest of the air, though, further northwards. And another surge of really cold air coming out of the Arctic in towards Norway and Sweden, especially central northern parts of Norway and Sweden during the course of Saturday. There could be a lot of snow with that area of low pressure. Western parts of Europe looking quite chilly. The warmest weather is in the southern southwestern part of Europe. Precipitation-wise, so we've got heavy snow plunging southwards and eastwards into many parts of Scandinavia. Otherwise, a largely dry scene through many parts of Europe and about ridge of high pressure. Some showers again extending through the Med. Temperature-wise, bitterly cold across the northern and eastern parts of Europe as well. Pretty cold out in the west too. Through the Med, it does look a lot milder. Sunday, we'll see that trough low pressure pushing over towards the eastern, northeastern part of Europe and into the northwest of Russia. A ridge of high pressure just beginning to build up or sticking around the west of Europe, but beginning to weaken, actually, beginning to slip southwards slightly. Otherwise, relatively weak pressure through the central and eastern regions. Bitterly cold still across Scandinavia and northeastern Europe. Still pretty chilly, really, for most central western parts of Europe. Mildest upper air temps again seem to be in the Mediterranean. Precipitation-wise, snow will be pushing from Scandinavia in towards the Baltic states and then over in towards the northwest of Russia. Again, a lot of dry weather extending from UK and Ireland all the way over towards Ukraine and the Black Sea. The heaviest of showers probably down from the Mediterranean, so from Italy, through Corsica, Sardinia, into towards the Balearic Islands, and then down in some parts of Spain and North Africa. Heavy showers or thunderstorms are possible through there. Bitterly cold again across much of northern Europe. Temperatures pegged well below freezing from Scandinavia towards the northwestern parts of Russia. Not as cold down in the Med, but actually even there it's going a little bit cooler into the second half of the weekend. Monday, the ridge continues to weaken further across western Europe. Low pressure starts to head in from off the Atlantic in towards northern and western parts of UK and Ireland. Much of northern, northeastern Europe still looking bitterly cold. Upper air temperatures again show the coldest of those upper air temperatures are in the north and northeast of Europe, and also extending down in towards this eastern side of Europe. Still pretty chilly out in the west. Mildest temperatures again. Upper air temperatures and the surface temperatures will be through Med. Lots of fine weather again on Monday, but some patchy rain coming towards Ireland and the UK. Snow through southern parts of Norway, extending down in towards Denmark. Many other parts of Scandinavia looking mostly dry. The majority of central, western, and also East Europe mainly dry, but heavy showers around Italy, extending over the Adriatic towards the Balkans, possibly beginning to affect some northern parts of Greece, and some big thunderstorms across North Africa and into southern parts of Spain. Temperatures on Monday, bitterly cold in the northeast still. Mildest temperatures are in the Med, but it is a little bit cooler even there. Tuesday turns wet and windy in the northwest. All change again. Wind and rains heading in towards Ireland and the UK as that pushes up towards Norway. That will turn readily to snow. Coldest temperatures are going to be on the east side of Europe with this ridge of high pressure, and then down in the Med again, pressure looks relatively weak through there. Our rare temperatures show bitterly cold air from the northwest of Russia all the way down the eastern side of Europe. In the west, it's becoming milder, though, as that wet and windy weather sweeps in from off the Atlantic. Not as cold over Scandinavia either. We will have some snow, though, across Scandinavia as we go through into Tuesday, especially so through, again, Denmark, up in towards Norway. Some of that beginning to push over in towards Sweden, possibly affecting Finland as well. Could be some really heavy snow through there. Otherwise, most parts of Europe looking mainly dry until we come down to the Med, where we'll pick up heavy showers and thunderstorms again from Italy to Spain. Big showers and storms through there. And some showers beginning to push down in towards Greece as well. Turning wet and windy. I'm sure you've noticed it. Wet and windy into the UK and Ireland. Rain and gales sweeping in. Very unsettled in the northwest of Europe as we go through into Wednesday. So this area of low pressure will bring significant snow into many parts of Scandinavia. This area of low pressure will bring a further battering of heavy rain and gale force winds probably across the UK. The coldest upper air temperatures will be getting pushed away to, or coldest temperatures will be getting pushed away towards the east of Europe. A ridge beginning to form from the Azores high around Spain and Portugal. So the coldest upper air temperatures are moving in towards the west of Russia now, down towards the Black Sea. It's actually turning less cold across the north of Europe, across Scandinavia. But of course, the areas of low pressure running into the entrenched cold air will produce a lot of snow from many parts of Scandinavia. Wet and windy with relatively mild upper air temperatures in the UK, and actually becoming very mild across parts of France, Spain and Portugal, and into western part of the Med. So this is all going to be snow over Scandinavia, I think. Really heavy snow sweeping in from the Norwegian Sea and the Atlantic through Scandi. Significant snow developments there. Probably turning to snow as well as it pushed down in towards Poland and in towards Germany. Further westwards into France, low countries of the UK. I think it's mostly rain. Although on the northern side of it, into Ireland and the UK, there could be a little bit of snow around the middle of next week. More about that in today's 10 to 14 day. Mediterranean turning mainly dry, but there will be some showers in that southeastern part of the Med. Temperature-wise, look like that. So the coldest temperatures being pushed back into western Russia is becoming less cold out in the north and west of Europe, although cold air possibly begin to push that back into Scotland. The Med looking mainly dry. Into Thursday next week, again, northwesterly winds in the northwest of Europe with low pressure transferring Scandinavia, pulling a cold northwesterly wind from Greenland. Pressure beginning to weaken perhaps through the Mediterranean. Upper air temperatures look like that, relatively mild in the southern part of Europe. Colder in the north of Europe, but not as cold as it is earlier in the week. There's lots of heavy snow across Scandinavia, pushing through the Baltic Sea in towards the eastern parts of Europe. There will be really significant snow through there. In the west, heavy rain across France could turn to snow further northwards across parts of Ireland and the UK. Again, more about that in today's 10 to 14 day. And then some rain coming down towards northern parts of Spain as well. Most of the Med looking mainly dry, however. Temperature-wise, again, it's coldest in the north, it's mildest down in the south. I'll just run you through today 10. So Friday next week, we're in this northwesterly wind, bringing in wintry showers to northwest parts of Europe. Still heavy snow, back low pressure across much of Scandinavia and northeastern Europe. And then into Saturday and Sunday, 13th, 14th of March, this ridge of high pressure will extend up from the southwest. It'll turn these western parts of Europe a little bit drier, but northern Europe still looking quite unsettled with low pressure bringing outbreaks of rain, sleet or snow. Probably colder air digging down the eastern side of Europe by Sunday as well. Right, so that's it for European outlook for this week. So it's all change. Really going to stay very cold. It's very, very cold at the moment across Scandinavia. It will get less cold later on next week, but at the same time there'll be more snow as these weather systems push in from off the Atlantic through Scandinavia into northeastern Europe. Wetter winter and wetter windy for the western side of Europe as well after a dry start, and then probably getting a little bit colder later next week. Many parts of southern Europe not looking too bad, but there will be some heavy showers around. We'll do it all over again next Thursday, but that's your European outlook for this week. We're going to be back later on for 10 to 14 day update. There may be the risk of some snow across parts of the UK next week. We'll have more about that in today's 10 to 14 day. But for the European outlook, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.